taking us on home
First, I'd
to
like to say,
this Section 3, please, how we fill the void.
I'd like to say that, first of all, what is Section 3? Section 3 means that residents who lived in any projects are qualified. You ain't got to have no education. You ain't got to even know how to have a GED.
Source of income or?
You don't have nothing.
Just
because you was a resident at CHA, you qualified. Don't let nobody, and you can go on, he'll tell you later on, it's a site you can go on and register as a Section 3 person. So you can demand that you go to work. Then that's the first tier. The second tier are people who live in that community. So if you live in Roseland, Lawndale, Austin, South Shore, if you around Rogers Park, if you live around the community where they're using federal dollars, CHA and transportation dollars also. If you're around those areas and you're low income, you ain't got, you own stamps, ain't never been in the project, but you broke, ain't got no money, you too qualify. You go and fill out. And then after that, then they can choose somebody from somewhere else. But because you didn't go down there and get on the internet and spent a little time to fill out on the internet, you go on there and you fill out. And then after you fill it out, we're talking about a giant march in July. We're talking about that everybody that ain't had a job, that can't find a job, that live in Roseland, Austin, Lawndale, we're talking about coming out to one of the most largest marches that we can all put together. And the only reason why we're doing, we're putting aside all our issues that we may have with other people. And this is going to be a reconciliation march. If you're a leader, if you're a Negro preacher, you're a Negro politician, you can't lead us, but you can come and apologize. Stand up before the people and apologize to how you failed the black community. And even that, God would count that as righteousness.
And I'll tell you one step further, because see, I'll be the first to admit, I'm not new to this. I've been doing this 40 years. And so God has blessed me and other people who survived so many life-threatening moments. And so if God has let me and others live long enough, then let us tell you how we did this. So I commend all the hundreds and brothers and sisters, whether you with the nation, whether you got these other young leaders coming up. Anytime you can get 400-500 people to say we're going to stand up for something, then let us who've been here do like they did with us. Show you where to take that young energy. And so what we're getting ready to say is, so number one, you got to have something to march for. Because I'm just telling you, as a one who taught in the movement, marching just calls attention to something. But we got to get down to doing the work. So you've laid out the fact that, one, we're going to break down these myths with the Truth Squad, as Bob Israel would say, the Truth Squad. Mark Carter's done a lot of activism. Let's go bring stuff to the black community. But all these hundreds and billions of dollars will only come if we're prepared. So one of the things we're going to do, yes, the fact we're sitting here is proof we can set aside some political and personal differences and come for the common good. Our people are dying, but we ain't got the right to watch our people die and watch other people work and go to jail while other people come in our community and work. So we got to have the capacity to fight. So one, if you're a resident of CHA and you got a CHA-based business, we're going to work to qualify you. Yes, we are. And number two, if you're a community resident in the area and want to do Section 3 business, we're going to help qualify for you qualify you for that too. Number three, here's what's more important. We the people building capacity. We're going to work with the Illinois Black Chamber of Commerce, and we're glad that the Illinois State Black Chamber of Commerce got a $750,000 grant to build capacity for black business to be able to be Section 3 qualified to fight. But people, I tell you from history, the laws don't make no sense being on the books if we the people don't get back out here and get back in these streets and fight for anybody that wants to block a CHA resident from being a Section 3 contractor. Stand up and march on anybody, black or white, politician, who now want to tell people you can't be a Section 3 vendor. And then I'll be damned, friends, if we stand up and keep watching our people go to jail, and whether you're white or black, somebody go keep on explaining that why black people can't work in their own community, and we got to stand up for the promise. So we at National Black Wall Street Chicago, we're going to work with the Illinois Black State Chamber of Commerce, Legislative Black Caucus, religious leaders can come forward, but we're going to lay out through our relationship with HUD, who has recognized now
That's right.
in this new HUD office
That's right.
that says we know that there are hundreds of millions of dollars that has not been spent in the black community on Section 3. And so, friends, when they tell us to start hosting these meetings, Brother McKinley, on prove to us you got CJ residents and community people that want to be certified as Section 3 vendors,
That's right.
we got to show up. And anybody who stands in your way, we march on them too, because all of you are the enemy. We can turn jails into museums.
That's right.
That's what
we
we're going to do.
People away. And I like to say this here. I like to say this here. This is going to have to, we're going to have to get some help from the White House. The president learned his training as an organizer in the projects in Aguil Gardens.
The developments.
While you was in the developments, while you was in the low income area, you came among us and you was taught by us to be a organizer. You owe it to the little bitty peoples who supported you, who got behind you. Despite what everybody else think about us, you owe it to them to make Eric Holden come down and look at those who are violating them laws and arrest them just like they're no different than an economic terrorist in our community, because all this hellish stuff happening in our community cannot happen without these people doing it right here. And we demand you, Eric Holden, to step up and stop bowing down to the pressures of Congress and step up and do the right thing. And this is the right thing by putting these people to work. And you're not going to stop the violence with no $200 million. You're only going to stop the violence. People stop violence quicker when they're full.
And when they're working. Friends, tell what you do right now. You've heard 3 segments of this. Here's the challenge I say to you as one who's been there, done that. Here's the challenge of our day. And you can't text and tweet your way through this, friends. Find National Black Wall Street Chicago on your Facebook page. Join that page right now. Find the Illinois Black Chamber of Commerce. Find the Take Back the Street movement. But I tell you one thing, I can deal with lions and lambs. And so as long as we can do that, lions and lambs, despite their differences, they both don't want no acid rain to fall on them because you both die. So friends, get involved in this movement. We at Black Wall Street are going to build the capacity for us to go out here and become Section 3 certified. But when we put it on the books, we need you, the people. You're watching now, but if you don't show up and stand up, then you're talking loud and you're saying nothing. This is veteran activist Mark Allen, chairman of National Black Wall Street Chicago. And I tell you, if our ancestors could do it, if they didn't have to text and tweet and use their own common sense to create and sustain their own black business and fight for it, then you know damn sure in 2014, when the issues are laid out, you're going to stand up and fight. Paul McKinley, thank you, my friend, for being here. All our friends here that brought me back to these airways, these things get good to you. I guess I'll be back. But we're going to do this because this ain't over. And so you all be prepared to join this fight. So when you see this video, you go to Facebook, join the National Black Wall Street Chicago page, because I'm going to be there doing my text and tweeting on where you can come and not watch what we do. You're going to stand there in the fight with us. So we thank you again, but join this fight with us, because nobody is going to save us for us but us. But you got to stand up and fight. Thank you so much for listening. God bless you. We'll see you next time.
Thank you very much.